What's up, everybody? I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind, and today is day 21 of the Keto Rewind Clean 30 Challenge. You've just completed week 3. How awesome is that? You should be so proud, and I hope you are excited about doing the next week as I am, because you have almost completed your first month of keto. So I wanted to say a few things. By the time you see this video, I will be in New Hampshire, so when I come, the next video that I post, I will be in a different location. So I'll be at my camp in New Hampshire, and a lot of you have found me on my channel last summer while I was reporting from there. So it's just, we're back at that camp, a little bit of R&R, but that doesn't mean I get to slack on my lifestyle choices. So that means keto on, that means more videos like this, and that means lots of fun content still yet to come. So I want to congratulate you on the last day of this week. I hope you've enjoyed these recipes. It's been a pleasure of mine to be able to put together this content for you, because I really wanted everybody to see living this way is really not that hard. It's just some good choices and to trying your best every day. So let's kick off day 21 of the Keto Rewind Clean 30 Challenge. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm not sure which side of the cards is, but stick it there. I will put the playlist on all of the videos that I've made this far on the Keto Rewind Clean 30. So check out that playlist. All links are down below, and let's kick off today with a walk. What else? Then a full day of eating and macros explained at the end. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm doubling this recipe. I'm using my Instant Pot, and I put there's the KETOGENIC's air fryer biscuit recipe, which will be posted below. But basically, I'm doubling the recipe, and I'm using my Instant Pot because it goes quicker. But you can use this on the stove top. It just takes a little longer. But add a cup of chicken broth, and then put your lid on and let it cook on high heat on your Instant Pot for 8 minutes, and then come back. And then after that 8 minutes is up, you're gonna need, because I'm doubling this recipe, xantham gum, a little cayenne pepper, Lawry seasoned salt, and you'll also need some whipped cream, heavy whipping cream, and a block of cream cheese. There's the 6 air fryer biscuits that I have in there. Like I said, the recipe for those are gonna be down below, and I swapped out the cheddar cheese in that recipe for mozzarella, just to make them more of a mild biscuit taste. So meanwhile, I have a tablespoon of butter in the pan, and we're gonna do scrambled eggs. So that is actually a dozen eggs, which feeding 6 of us. So we do a dozen eggs every time. Let the release valve out, or quick release valve out, and while that is doing the release, I'll just show you real quick what I have. So xanthan gum is going to thicken it. I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, a block of cream cheese, and I pre-measured the spices to make it faster. So once your sausage is all cooked up, in this case I use Jimmy Dean's sausage, just the regular one. Add your spices, and then mix that around and get all the flavors going. And at this point, I usually put it on the saute button again, just so that when I add the cold ingredients, it'll keep it hot. So put your block of cream cheese in there. Obviously, if you make this the normal recipe size, you would only use 4 ounces cream cheese, but I'm doubling the recipe. We like to use this for leftovers. Then add your cream. Once the cream cheese is all dissolved, add the heavy cream. Mix it all up. It's so good. I can't even tell you how good it tastes. And you can put this gravy on anything. But for this case, we're kind of doing like a take of biscuits and gravy. So add your xanthan gum on the top. You can add more xanthan gum if you want it thicker. You can also let it cook down a little bit. But I find just the 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum is plenty. It thickens it up pretty quickly, and it's ready to serve. But that's it. That's how easy the sausage gravy is. So now it's time to plate. There's the air fryer biscuit that's all ready and cooked. I'm going to cut the biscuit in half, so that's kind of like a little, you could do 2 biscuits, I guess, but I like 1 biscuit's plenty. And then there's my 3 scrambled eggs on the side. I like this gravy on the whole thing. So I'm gonna mainly put it on the biscuit, but I definitely don't mind if the eggs get in it too. It tastes so freaking good. I can't even explain how good this tastes. You need to make it. So there's the finished product. That was my brunch. Decently high fat and good to go. Okay, so tonight we're gonna do barbecue grilled chicken. This is the barbecue sauce that I'm using. The macros are pretty awesome. Watch out for barbecue sauce. They usually are sweetened with sucralose or some aspartame or something. This one's sweetened with allulose. So, and you can find it at your local Sprouts. I will put an Amazon link below if you don't have a Sprouts, and they have other flavors as well. But I'm gonna measure out one pound, 5 ounces of frozen chicken, and I'm gonna put a cup of barbecue sauce in there. I was guessing at how much I needed, so I started off with a half cup, but it ended up being a total of 1 cup of the barbecue sauce. But this sauce had a delicious flavor, no weird funky taste. I highly recommend it. So anyways, once you put your barbecue sauce in there, I'm just using a plastic bag for easy cleanup. We're leaving for a road trip tomorrow, so this is just a time saver. Normally I'll just put it in a bowl and let it marinate in a reusable bowl. So anyways, toss it all around so everything's evenly coated and set it aside. I don't mind starting off with frozen chicken. It still worked just fine. And next you're going to dice up some veggies. We're going to do grilled veggies. The orange peppers are for my kids. They will eat grilled peppers as long as they're orange. So I'm going to dice up some for them, and the green ones are for Kyle and I, and also some steamed broccoli. Being that we had a heavier lunch, that's why we're going with a lighter dinner. It's just the way to make the macros stack up without being too over or off the charts. So when you're grilling veggies, make sure you use big hunks because they burn up quick. It's just easier to have evenly cooked vegetables if they're all decently large. So I'm using avocado oil. That's a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon. Avocado oil will just help it so it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to use salt and pepper and on that, and then I'm going to mix it all up so everything's evenly coated and ready for the grill. And then the next thing I'm going to do is prepare the steamed broccoli. So I roughly go by the back of the bag. I'm using frozen from just the florets from Kirkland or Costco. So I roughly do about 800 grams of broccoli frozen. That's roughly 200 grams for me and Kyle each, and then 100 for each for my kids because they love their steamed broccoli. So put it on the stove, let that steam. Meanwhile, I'm using my grilling mats, and it is such a fan favorite. I don't drop all the veggies down through the grates like I normally do. So definitely I would invest in some grilling mats. They are non-stick, super easy to clean, and it just makes grilling a lot easier. And then I'm also going to flip my chicken, and I'll be back. It took about 5 minutes each side to grill the veggies on low. So now that my broccoli has been steamed, drained out the water, and then I put 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I'm seasoning with salt and pepper. And I'll mix that all around and let that just set while the rest of the veggies on the grill are finishing up. And then lastly, we will plate it. I'm doing about 5 to 6 ounces of cooked chicken. Roughly, when it goes in, it's around like 7 or 8 raw, but just FYI. And then I'm putting the peppers on the plates, making sure the kids get the orange ones. And there's a picture of my plate. We have the barbecue chicken, grilled veggies, and steamed broccoli. And then I just put a tablespoon of my homemade ranch. We had to use it up because we're emptying the fridge to leave for our trip tomorrow. So anyways, let's head on over and do macros. Okay, so let's start off by making a recipe. I believe I have this one already in here, but just to be sure that you know how to do it, we're going to show you how. So I'm just going to hit the plus button, go to new, and we're going to click recipe. So we're going to call this Keto Rewind Sausage Gravy. So it's going to make 8 servings. I doubled the recipe, so just note that. I like to make up a little bit of extras for throughout the week. So the first thing we're going to do is when I search Jimmy Dean. I use Jimmy Dean sausage, the original one, original pork sausage. You're going to just find which one you used. Here we go. So, no, not that one. So we're going to put 1 pound, because it's roughly 1 pound. Add that in. And then next we're going to search our next ingredient, which was cream cheese. And I use Sprouts. I like to use the brand because it does, macros will vary by brand. So I put 4 ounces. Actually, I put a whole block. 8 ounces of cream cheese, and then heavy whipping cream, and I put 2 cups, and chicken broth. And I use Sprouts. And we used half cup. So I'm going to change that to cup. And change this to a half cup. And actually I doubled the recipe, so it was a whole cup. Sorry. Make that 1. All right, and I'm not going to bother logging the spices because that's just, you can do that. Totally add the spices if you want. But I have the recipe memorized. So that's done. And then the KETOGENIC air fryer biscuits, I might have those in here. Air fryer cookie. Yep, I already have that in here, so perfect. And then let's go ahead and log our day. So we're going to start off with the Keto Rewind sausage gravy. And I had 1 serving. And then I also had Keto Rewind air fryer biscuits. The hardest part is remembering what you name everything. So if you want to search your own, there we go. So I had 1 biscuit. So that, and then I had eggs. Oop. Here we go. I had 2 eggs. And that completed lunch. So it was a little heavier on carbs than I normally do, but because it's Sunday, we typically go a little bit, we put the extras on the weekends. So next, let's log dinner. I think I have dinner in the wrong spot. Okay, let's just go ahead and add it. So I have Kirkland chicken tenders. There they are. And I had 6 ounces. see if Kinder's barbecue sauce, sugar free, it might not even be in here. Here it is. So I had 1 serving. And then I had broccoli. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Broccoli, raw. And I had 200 grams. And then I had green pepper, raw. I had 100 grams. And I also had avocado oil. And then I had a ½ teaspoon of that. So I could just change this to 7, or I could mark it as a half tablespoon. So we'll just do that because it's easier. And then same with butter. So you think about all the ingredients you put into something, it adds up. And again, another ½ tablespoon. And that should be it. Let's see how, whoa, we're over on our carbs. So there is today. So I'm over on carbs. I am under on fat, under on protein. And my activity is not showing up because I didn't put that in there. So anyways, I was a little bit over. Don't sweat it. Like 3 net carbs over. Overall, it was a delicious day. No regrets. And that was my day of eating. So you're aiming for the ballpark. You're aiming for these. It's not exact science. Your body doesn't know math. So the goal is you have guidelines to work around, but don't sweat it if one day you're up or one day you're below. Just aim for it every day, you know, so and enjoy it. So this was a great day of eating, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Congrats. Day 21, week 3 done. So I will see you starting on week 4. And also from a new location. So I'll see you later. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye. Keto on.